Hey everyone, my name is Philip from the Serverless team, and today I'd like to give you a quick walkthrough of the Serverless version 1 beta 1 features. So the first thing I'd like to show you is multi-language support. So Serverless has now multiple language templates and you can find them in the docs. If you look for the service templates, and then you can see here the available templates, and you can see, okay, we have now support for Node.js, Python and Java. And you can even see here in the README how you can use those different language templates. Next up, there are some new setups and configurations for API Gateway. So if you go to the API Gateway plugin documentation, you can now read how you can set up custom authorizers, for example, how you can set up API keys for your REST API, and there's even a guide how you can set up HTTP proxy on API Gateway, which you can see here. The next feature I'd like to show you is VPC support, and you can find information about VPC support in the Deploying a Service guide. And VPC support can be configured on a function level, but also on a provider level, and you can just add your security group IDs and subnet IDs, and then Serverless will take care of the VPC setup. Another really important thing we focused on was developer tooling in this release. And we just introduced different plugins for that. So we now have the info plugin, for example, which will show you information about your service, like what events you are using, or where your function is deployed. Then we also added the logs plugin so that you can read your logs directly in your terminal. And we've also added the deploy function plugin so that you can easily deploy a single function instead of the whole service. And I would like to show you how this looks like. So I will open up a terminal, and I will just start with the info plugin, so we can run serverless info to get some information about our deployed service. So we can see here, for example, our region, our stage, and that we have no endpoints, and the function we have deployed. So let's invoke our function. So now we've invoked our function, and let's just say we got our message here, and let's say we want to update it and redeploy the single function. So I will just open up my editor, and I will just say changed, save it, run serverless deploy function, then the function name, and now our function is deployed. And if I run invoke again, I will now see that my updated function is deployed successfully. So let's clear this a little bit and just let's look into the logs. So I will just run serverless logs -f hello, so we can see the logs for our hello function. And here we can see our logs. And we can, for example, also even tail the logs so that we have some real-time log status here. And that's basically everything about our developer tooling. And we have other plans for other developer tools, and you can find a corresponding issue in the GitHub issues, and feel free to jump into the discussion and open up some new issues if you think that you need other toolings for that as well. So next up, I would also like to point out that we've now switched to the .yml syntax. So Serverless now supports both .yaml and .yml as the file extension, and .yml is a little bit more common, so we switched here, but your other services are also covered if you are still using .yaml, the file extension for YAML. And we've also switched to the two spaces indentation to make the whole file a little bit more easier to read. And The version 1 beta 1 release also includes many code and many feedback from our community. And if you also want to contribute to the serverless project, I would like to introduce to you our new labeling system. So whenever we plan a milestone, we have the milestone discussion label here so that you can see, okay, for the beta 2 release, for example, those are the goals here, and then you can just jump right into the discussion. Another label we've also recently introduced is the easy pick label, and this label will show you all the issues and stuff which is easy to pick up and which is easy, a great first time contribution. Okay, that's for it now. We'd love to hear your feedback about the serverless version 1 beta 1 release. And you can, for example, visit us on our forum at forum.serverless.com, or just send us a tweet or an email. And it would be great if you can just jump right into the issues here and give us feedback on everything here. And then we can discuss features for the next version. So we hope that you enjoy this version, and see you in the next video.